Hello everybody. The very first thing right off the bat, I want to give a disclaimer here so that this doesn't seem like clickbait or being misleading, but I'm showing a couple of knives here right up front so that after you see them you can move on then, because this Modified Monday will not be about modifying a knife. It'll be about me sharing a little something else about me, another hobby that I have. So I know how difficult it is to stay up with all of the knife content that's out there, and I don't want you folks to spend a lot of time watching a video you're not interested in. So fair warning, when I finish showing these knives, the modification that I'm showing is not going to be about knives, so you may want to move on at that point and look for other content. The two knives that I'm showing here, one of them I've shown before, and that's the buck. I sent it in for a spot treatment, and boy, they did a good job on that. It came back looking like a brand new knife. They have got those, of course, before I put my fingerprints all over them, they had those things, the wood, everything is just like brand new. And I picked this up at a pawn shop, and I am so pleased with it now because it is a brand new 110. So that I'm very pleased with. And Chicago Knife Works had these sheaths on sale for less than 10 bucks. So with picking this up at a pawn shop, the spot treatment and this, I'm really into this thing for about 40 bucks. So very, very pleased with that. So I just wanted to share. I am a fan of Buck Knives, and I'm a fan of the company and the way it's run and the way they treat their customers. This other one is a new addition. My wife just went to Florida on a vacation with my brother and sister-in-law, and she picked up this for me at an antique shop. And this is a Boker tree brand, Boker USA. It's a Whittler, and I was just tickled to death. She picked this up at an antique shop down in Florida. It's got some Teeners on there. Definitely not a brand new knife, but in good shape. Very good snap. Excellent knife, and I'm just really, really tickled. I have no idea whether that's bone or Delrin. I suspect it's Delrin. It's very close to the other Boker that I had that was damaged with a broken blade that she also found. So you can see it's just a little bit smaller than that. So those are the couple of knives that I'm showing you today. And the Modified Monday that I'm about to show here was still inspired by a couple of knife channels. That was AW or ADub and Cornbread, or Hunting for Hookers, had a live show. They were talking back and forth, and Aaron was showing some of the dioramas, the models that he worked on as part of another hobby that he had, and maybe we'll go back to from time to time. And Cornbread was talking about some of those strange folks that make terrain out of foam and stuff like that, and I am one of those strange folks. So that's what this Modified Monday is about. Final warning, here we go. Okay, so these are not modified knives, these are modified miniatures, modified gaming miniatures. I took this monstrous, what is this thing called? An armored Gullvarg. Yeah, they're pretty creative in their names and stuff. As you can see, or I don't know if you can see, on this base, he has like a kind of a dragon scale like chest. Got this strange looking tail coming out and all of these demon spikes and armor. And I wanted to turn him into a mount for a Space Marine called faction called the Space Wolves that I really like. It's part of a game that I don't play, but I love their miniatures. So I took this and I converted it into this. I chopped him off the base, and there's a 2-part epoxy. It's called green stuff. It's like a blue and yellow ribbon that you mix together and you get green, and you got about 15 to 20 minutes working time while it's sticky and can be modified. And I bulked out his chest and put in the texture to make it look like fur. I cut off that tail and added in all of this and made it look like fur. And took the spikes off of here, added in more fur and through here to make him look more like a wolf. I added this saddle so that it could be ridden into combat. And then I sharpened up his teeth. They were a little dull because they were... And I painted him up to look as much like a wolf as possible. And this is the guy that rides him into battle. Magnetized him so he'll fit on there. Now these guys are, as you can see, very small from my thumb and my finger here. They do not come as whole models. You put them together, very, very small pieces. And this guy comes with an option of weapons that you can use in the game that have different stats. And I put him together, and then I cut him apart and repositioned the legs. He did not have that tabard in front, so to cover up some of the gap filling that I used to get those legs wide enough to put him on here. This is magnetized. And like I said, he came with an option of weapons that he can use in battle, and you get to pick one. I didn't want to just pick one, so I magnetized him. This is a hammer he could take into battle. And swap that out. And sorry guys, bouncing this around. And he can take this into battle. Wow, that's not as easy as it looks, is it? So he has two. Sets of claws that he can take in battle. Or if he wants to shoot something on the way in, I have this gun. Like I said, I don't play this game. This game is actually a miniatures battle game that is full armies, where it'd be no different than simulating the Gettysburg battle with the North and the South armies, all the maneuvering and everything. But with these, you have Space Marines fighting other Space Marines or possibly creatures from another world. But you have hundreds of models that would be on the board at the same time, moving as troops and bringing in reserves and all of that kind of stuff. Lots of stats, a lot of rules, but I do love their miniatures. So there's my modified money, and a look at a little different hobby that I also have. other than just my knives. So for those of you that stayed to the end and suffered through this, I am one of those strange people that makes terrain out of foam and paints up miniatures to play in games. Not to worry you too much. An old man still playing with army men. Here you go, guys. This is an idea of how many parts come to assemble one of these little models. And you can usually change out the shoulder pads, the type of weapon hands that they're using, even positions of legs, extra stuff. Even the heads are swappable out with helmet, without helmet. Hello guys, this is the old Jedi behind the screen and the one who's lurking in the comments and the chats. I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to mention to you that there are a lot of links in the description below to channels that are out there that have a lot more content and better content than I have about knives. And it's by no means inclusive. It's just a alphabetical listing of some of the channels that are out there. Going to any one of them will introduce you to a lot more channels. One of the things that this community is good about is about supporting each other and shouting each other out. And I just wanted to say God bless you all, each and every one. God willing, I'll be talking to you again later. Bye now.